This is by a really favorite author of mine. Her name's Jacqueline Moriarty. I love this book. And what she does is she has it's not a series, but she has several books, and she reuses the characters, right? So it's like almost over a timeline, but like, say in one book you'll have a brief mention of a character, and then there'll be another book completely about that character. So kind of like Sarah Dessen's novels. I don't know if you read those. This is probably my favorite. There's another one called The Ghosts of Ashbury High, or in other countries it's called Dreaming of Amelia. And then she's got these other ones, which is like, oh my god, okay, there's this one called Feeling Sorry for Celia. That is one of my favorites. Never in my life have I connected with a main character as much as I did with Elizabeth Clary. Just saying. So this is a sequel. You're gonna have to read the first one first. Clearly. We don't have to, but you should, because it's also really good. First book's called 13 Little Blue Envelopes. This one's called The Last Little Blue Envelope. So it kind of takes you on like an alternate journey. So like you can actually stop reading at 13 Little Blue Envelopes, but if you want to go on, you can read this one and find out what happens next. I liked them both, actually. The first one I was all like, oh, Keith, blah blah blah, and then the second one I was still into Keith and everything, and he's a character, obviously, and but then at the beginning you're like, oh my god, no, disappointment, and then at the end you're like, oh, yeah, disappointment is gone, I'm rejoicing. Whatever. It covers world travel, which I really like, cause, you know, girl can dream. And it's a good book, kids. You should check it out. I've read several of Maureen Johnson's work. And Little Blue Envelopes is my favorite, as well as this other book called Girl at Sea, which I really liked, which I actually lent to my friend who I got hooked on Hush Hush. She's got a big pile of my books right now, but she's taking forever to read them. Read them faster! And finally, okay, this one, I don't know if it counts as a classic or not, because it is one of my all-time favorite books ever. Actually, I have two copies. The first one's at school, this one I just keep for in case I lose it. This book's called The Secret History. Oh my god, I can't even. It's not like the other books, fair warning. It's an adult book. The vocabulary is higher than teen fiction. It is about a murder, I suppose. Yes, it's about a murder. There's this guy, Richard Papin, and I think that's how you say it, Papin. And he goes to university, and he's kind of fixated on these characters. Just read it. He becomes a Greek scholar. There's a murder involved. It tells you who done it on the first sentence. First sentence it tells you who kills this person. And then it goes from there. So basically it's like this. Okay. Start, go all the way to the murder, and then past the murder. It's like that's the timeline. I think it's written in 3 parts. Yeah. This book it's so in depth. By the end of it, you feel like you've known the characters your whole life. Like, it's a frickin' roller coaster. And I don't know if anybody else can say that about books. Yeah, I guess, but whew. Yeah. Roller coaster ride of my emotional and physical state. It's like a spiritual journey, but in a book. Read it. On my Tumblr, I often quote the book. I don't know if you want to check that out. Probably not, but you can follow me. I will definitely. If you follow me, I'll check out your blog, and I will most likely follow you back, unless I don't like it. Fair warning, my blog's slowly turning into a My Chemical Romance fandom, so if you have a thing against them, Sadie, you know who you are, don't check it out. So there, yeah. Toodles!